Hey,
Hi,
hi.
how are you?
I'm great. I'm gonna let, do you want me to let Nick in now, or do you want me to like wait a second and
Sure,
let him?
yeah. Take a deep breath.
There we go. There we go.
Nick, what's happening, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. We've got some people in the waiting room. I wanted to just say thanks before we let everybody in. And,
Of course. I appreciate you, working with me with the schedule. I know with the flights and everything happening, I can mix up on time. So I appreciate
dude,
you
no
getting the
worries,
right one in.
man. No worries, man. What do they say? You want something done right, give it to someone that's busy, right? So like, so I'm happy you're here. No, man, I've seen you all over the place, and then we're obviously in the, we're over at EXP with DeVoe and Brett and like Sekou.
Yes.
And Sekou's like, I don't know, man. He comes on every once in a while, and I'm like, dude, who should I invite? And he was like, you're Nick. I'm like, I don't. And the thing through these things, like that's how I make friends, right? Like that's how I like deep in relationships. So, I just wanted to say thanks. I'll do a quick intro for you, and then you can just get started. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works with me.
We have an hour allotted. If you need whatever you need to do is fine, whatever.
I'll try and take like 45 and then save some time for questions because I think that usually helps.
Some people do like a half hour, 40, whatever it is, but I really appreciate you being here. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Cool. All right, Lauren, you want to
You gonna be in Vegas?
I'm not, man.
Ah,
I have
man.
a 3-month-old, and
That's all right. That's a good.
also,
reason.
when they're like, you ever see The Hangover? Where he's like that some people can't handle Vegas. I think I'm one of those people too, by the way. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be there, man. I'm sorry.
All right. Next time.
I'm in California. I'm in Orange County. I'm like a 3-hour drive. I'm like a 30-minute flight away too.
So we could still convince you is what I'm hearing.
You know what, man? I was asking my wife last night. I'm like, should I just go? And I should go, but like, it's probably not going to happen with it.
All right. Maybe one of the days, I'm not ruling it out yet, Joe.
Yeah.
Not ruling it out.
Yeah, I like the way you think, man.
Yeah. Let's just do a 3-way, me, you, and your wife on a Zoom. We'll talk about Vegas. And if it's okay.
And you know what, man? I think, I'll tell you this too. I have a family member of mine is a pilot for United. So I'm a travel companion. So I don't even fly standby. So I just like cruise to Orange County.
Samuel, that is a mean mustache, brother. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. It won't just be my face. There's other people here.
Yeah. Nice.
Awesome. Cool.
What's going
Smart
on, Nick?
move by the team to put you on there. I highly recommend. That was a good move.
So guys,
I'll put me out front.
I'll intro Nick, and then we'll get started, guys. So yeah, Nick, we have an office, and we have an EXP branch office in Asbury Park, New Jersey, at the Jersey Shore. That's where you're zooming into right now.
Nice.
We've got other partners around the country, and then this is always open to anyone. And we do these things, man, just because I'm sure you get all this, man. I'll just say it for everyone to hear. It is, we believe that no one succeeds alone, right? We believe in the theme or the culture of what the rising tide lifts all boats, right? So like so guys, to my team, to everyone, this is Nick Krem. He's a powerhouse, man. He's every guys are familiar with Sekou. He runs with Sekou. He's a virtual media advisor. He's helps agents from all different brokerages. And if you're on the internet and you put in the words real estate, his face probably pops up. And he's here to give us a training today. I just wanted to say, I want to say thanks, Nick, man. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Joe. And I appreciate you being on here with everybody. I love being on Zooms. I love in person. I was just in person the other day, and I was just on Zoom too. And it's funny, the first couple of weeks, everyone was on Zoom. Everyone was business professional the whole way. I feel like after that second week, it's like, all right, we get it. We can all dress how we want now and be who we really are, right? So I appreciate you guys coming on here. Appreciate you guys spending your time here. I'm going to get right to it. And at the end, I just want to let you guys know, at the end, I want to save some time for questions because I know questions always come up. And I think it's really important to be on Zooms like this where questions can get answered, especially with content, especially with what we're going to talk about here today. I just want to preface this by saying I'm not going to be your normal content guy who's going to expect I feel like a lot of guys who talk about content, guys, girls, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Get a lot of people who talk about content, social media. They don't understand that you guys have a full-time job where they come in there, you get this whole class together. Has anybody been to a social media class and you left more confused than you walked in? Does that happen to anybody? Yeah. And then you go through this entire class and it's like, okay, I still have to make calls. I still have to go on appointments. I still have to deal with this contract that's closing. Oh yeah. And then I have to do the 10 hours of social media training that this guy recommends. That's not what's going to happen here. Because I realized something not too long ago. I realized, there's an old saying that I think a lot of these guys still go by. You have to make it easy enough for a second grader to do it. Well, second graders are better at technology than us now. So that saying's like out the door. What I need to do, and this is what I have done with my training, with a lot of our trainings, a lot of the process that I have, I'd literally send it to my grandma. And I say, Grandma, can you go through this training? And then she'll go back and be like, well, honey, like she the one time, just to give you an idea, she called me and asked me, how do I call people? So her idea of technology, she isn't the most proficient, right? So like I send her these trainings, I send her these different things, and I make sure that she can go through it. Now I understand one thing, especially working with real estate agents. You guys already have a full-time job. It is my job to make this as easy as possible for you. That's why I created this. When I started thinking about the concept for what I want to call this, I want to call this videos that make money. Because the videos that I'm going to show you today, I'm going to give you guys a couple of different things. But the main preface of this is I want you guys to walk out of here and exactly know how videos make you money. Because I'll tell you what, I remember when I first started shooting videos, I was so excited. I was shooting videos every single day. And then this was the first time, if you guys know Jay Kinder, this was the first time Jay Kinder called my personal cell phone. I didn't even know who it was, but I saw Tulsa, Oklahoma. And at that time, I wasn't too widespread. So I knew who was in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the time. So he calls me and he's like, oh, great job on the videos. What's the goal? And then my smile vanished really quick. I'm like, the goal? He's like, yeah, what's the goal? What are you planning on doing this? And I realized I had no idea. And when I realized I was losing time, energy, and money by shooting videos, it became a lot less fun. I don't know about you guys, but things that I lose money on don't become fun. So I dedicated my time to figuring out how do I make the most amount of money doing videos, doing content, and how do I help agents do that? So that's what I'm going to give you guys here today. Woo. This is a little bit about myself. I started doing everybody's favorite job in real estate on the phones, 15 hours a day. And yes, that is not a typo. There's one typo on the screen, but I'll get to that. 15 hours a day. I'll call 8 a.m. on the East Coast to 8 p.m. on the West Coast. During that time, I got in the back end of, you name a CRM, I was in the back end of it. You name a value proposition, I pitched it. You name a brand strategy, I was on the back end trying to help them organize it. So during that time, when I started to eventually run the company and I was managing 80 different clients across the US, figuring out what's working, what's not working, here's one of the biggest reasons I got into branding. Because we were called someone, hey, I'm calling on behalf of Nick. Who the hell is Nick? I never signed up that form. Even though they just filled out a form 2 minutes ago of all their information. Has that happened to anybody? They filled out an online form. You call them, they're like, that's not me. It's like, so you filled out your social, I could read them their social security number. And they would still deny the fact that they ever filled out a form, right? And then I would call some people and be like, hey, I'm calling on behalf of Nick. Oh, Nick, yeah, how's it going? How are you doing? It's a great time to talk to me. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. What happened was the agents who had a strong brand, whether it was through their branding, through their videos, through whatever they're doing in the market, the agents who had a strong brand were just exponentially outperforming everybody else. So from there, I started working with Al J, and now we have a company that is in 12 countries now in all 50 states. And we grew our company all by using organic video and content. I wish I could say $0 in ads, but we spent like $200 in an ad once. And we realized, that's not our game. We're going to stick to video. So we did it all through organic video. And those are the strategies I'm going to show you guys how to do here today. I like memes. You'll notice that I like to use memes, but here's one. I woke up the one day and I had this event in my calendar and it was in Spanish. And I was like, dude, I don't know how to read Spanish. There's a whole event made in Spanish. I'm like, how is this person in my calendar? So I get on a call and it was this team of 50 agents. They had 2 translators on the call and they were just eager to learn about what we're doing, how we're helping agents with videos. I'm like, holy crap, how the heck did this just happen? Well, I guess they had a translator that was watching our videos, translating for them. They liked what they heard and they booked this call. So the way I like to position this is if I can get a team of 30 agents from Spain, book a call with me with the translator just to hear about how we can help them grow their business. Do you think I can get your high diddly ho neighbor to reach out to you when they're ready to sell their home? right? Our video strategies work. They work to get people all across the country, and we help agents get their neighbors, get people in their community to call them on a dime. Because we realize once you own the mind share, you own the market share. When people think real estate and they think of you, that's what winning does. I will also say this. There's not a video on social media. I can tell you to shoot this one video and your phone will ring off the hook. That's just not how it works. And that's not what we're going to do. On top of that too, I'll also like to preface this by saying I'm not one of those guys that'll tell you, drop the phone. You never have to pick up the phone again. Because let's face it, real estate, you have to pick up the phone. When I see those ads, I just think that's false advertising. That's fake. And it's not getting a good, it's not really helping people. But going through this, here's just the important part. I like looking at this business cycle because here's what video does. Can you guys see my mouse when I move it? Yeah. All right. So here's what video does. What most agents do is they go right to contact. I'm just going to contact as many people as possible. And that's great. But what video does is it generates attention. It gets attention and it generates interest. I just think this graph is really great because I love visuals. It's a really great visual to see what does video really do for me. So before we even contact them, people are going to see you, you're going to get their attention, and you're going to generate interest. So that way, when you do go to contact, when you do get these leads, when you do go to follow up, they're going to have a better idea of who you are, why you're different, what you're about before you even contact them. The leads that we talk to like that exponentially outperform the other ones. All right. So like I said, I like memes, but here's another good one. So does anybody here know that kid that opens up toys on YouTube and it gets paid $26 million a year? Does anybody's kids watch that? Yeah. So there's this kid, I kid you not. He opens up toys and plays with them. That parent's kids make $26 million a year. So there was this meme that came out like me going to work and then there's this kid opening toys on YouTube. But how does that apply to real estate, right? I'm sure you're probably thinking that. I'm sure there are agents out there right now, not as qualified as you, don't have the right training. They aren't as good as, let's just plainly say it. They are not as good of an agent as you. But they're out there selling more homes. They're out there promoting like they are, and then they get more homes. And all of a sudden, we're going to look back 5 years from now, agents who are not as skilled as you making a lot more money because they started doing video, because they started getting out there more. It's just the reality we're in right now. People are more comfortable with making buying decisions online. And what I don't want to happen is look, you guys looking back 5 years from now, looking like this guy in the picture with clown makeup on, like, man, I should have listened to Nick and just started shooting videos. Because these agents that are doing it now, we know they're not as good, but they're making a lot more money just because they're on social media. So I don't want this to happen to anybody. Here's the last one for a little bit. Oh my God, I totally forgot you're an agent. You know, next time I sell my home, nobody likes to admit this one, but I know it's happened to some of us out here. A close friend or family member, you know, ended up going with another agent. And this is one of my pet peeves. I go into these real estate groups and these people are like, oh, you're like, what should I do if my friend with someone else? They're like, never talk to him again and all these things. I'm like, all right, well, first of all, let's really look at whose fault this is, right? The point of blame comes back on the agents, because if that friend thought of real estate expert and didn't think of you first, whose fault is that? So a lot of times when we think of videos, when we think of these concepts, we think I'm going to shoot these 2 videos and my phone's going to blow up. But here's what video really does. All those friends, those family, those people in your sphere, all those friends on Facebook, when they think real estate expert, they're going to think of you. Your referrals will start to blow up. The people, when they are ready to buy or sell, they will think of you. It's all about staying top of mind. But here's what we like to do. We all get into real estate because we're really great at negotiating, right? I'm sure that's one of our good qualities. What we don't realize is we do the same thing in here. So I remember when I first started shooting video, I had a 3-2 haircut for 26 years of my life, 25 years of my life. I just started a new one 2 years ago. But 25 years straight, I had the same haircut, a 3-2. If you guys know what that is, that's like a straight buzz cut, right? And what I would tell myself before I started shooting videos is, man, I'm having a bad hair day. I can't shoot a video today. And it was literally impossible for me to have a bad hair day. You couldn't even see it. But I would tell myself this, and I would negotiate my way out of video. So, man, I don't know what to say. I'm going to negotiate my way out of video. Man, it's not the right time to shoot a video. So I negotiate my way out of video. So we're constantly negotiating our way out of a better future because we have these little things that come up. So here we go. The carrot or the stick. A lot of times, you know, the carrot, the motivation is, hey, you'll make more money shooting video. But on the flip side of it, I want to do this quick exercise with everybody. So I want everybody to close your eyes for a quick second, and I'm going to paint a picture for what the future can be like, right? So let's say 10 years from now, you shot videos, not every single day, but you know, you shot your videos, like I said, you continue to do it, your business blew up, And that way, when your kid or somebody that your loved one comes up to you and say, hey, I need some money for this great college, say, I got you. They say, hey, I need some money to start my business. You say, I got you taken care of. Another friend or family member comes up, they need medical bills, and you got them taken care of because of this. Now, let's say you didn't shoot videos. Your business survived, but it won't get to the level it does if you didn't shoot videos. That same family member comes up to you and it says, hey, I need this money for college. And you say, hey, I'm sorry, I was too afraid to get in front of the camera. I apologize, I can't take care of you. That same family member comes up, they need help with these medical bills, which got into hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you say, hey, I apologize, I was too afraid to get in front of the camera. I can't help you out. I want you guys to open your eyes. And some people think I might be a little extreme when I say that, but here's what I know for a fact. Can you sell homes without video? Abso-freaking-lutely. Everybody in here has probably already proven that. But what does video truly do? It helps you get to the next level. Will you sell more homes with video? Abso-freaking-lutely. You will sell more homes, you will get in front of more people, and your business will explode. I know we all probably do pretty well in real estate without doing video. Maybe you're doing some and it's helping you. But in order to get to the next level, everybody that I've worked with have mastered video, has gotten to that next level. So video does help you get to that next level, sell more homes, and ultimately make more money. So sometimes I like to think, I'm afraid to get in front of the camera still sometimes, but I am terrified of apologizing to loved ones. We started a nonprofit 3 years ago. The main reason we started this is because we mastered video. Now we're saving kids all over the world from child trafficking. And every time I don't shoot a video, I think, man, there's a couple kids out there that could have used that video today, that could have used that extra bit of income that I could have provided. So when I say these things, you'll be like, all right, that might be extreme. But I know for a fact, if I wasn't shooting video, that organization would not have existed. So because of the videos that I've shot, there are literally kids being saved from child trafficking all over the world right now. Traditional branding. So traditional branding, the point of a billboard, right? We don't expect people to stop on the side of a highway, write down my phone number and give me a call when they're ready to sell their home, right? The point of a billboard is so when you drive by it enough, you start to think, all right, so like when I think of real estate, I think of that billboard. So who am I going to call? Man, I'm going to call the person that was on that billboard. So the point of a billboard is to own that mind share. So when we think about this, if we post one video a month, it's like putting your billboard at the end of a cul-de-sac. It really doesn't do anything, right? You're going to have maybe one or two people that think of you, but in reality, that's not going to work. We have to start thinking of our social media as a social media highway. You want your billboard in the place that people drive by every single day. And let's face it, the social media highway is one that people take every single day, right? Everyone's always on the social media highway. So is your billboard going to be on there and people going to see it consistent enough? We have this opportunity to do it for absolutely free. But the only struggles that we come with this are some of these limiting beliefs. Too late for me to get started. Technology is too difficult. Don't know what to do or don't know what to say. A lot of these come up, and my goal is to absolutely eliminate these limiting beliefs, get you guys in front of the camera, which is what we'll do. But I believe getting in the right mindset to do it is the first place to start. All right, so yeah, you don't have time to create content. Well, you sure have plenty of time to consume it. And this is where getting into the mindset of this right here. If you guys are writing things down, this is a note I would take. Social media versus your social CRM. When I made this differentiation, it absolutely changed the way I go onto social media. I do not spend any time on social media. Social media is for the people who are lazy and bored that are on there to consume content and to bring all of it in. I go on there to my social CRM. Let's think about it this way. What do you do on your CRM? One of the big things is a drip campaign, right? Now my feed is my drip campaign. When I made that assumption, I'm like, crap, now I have to keep people up to date on my drip campaign. And let's face it, if you guys are in my email campaign, chances are you know it because I send about 2 to 3 emails a day. So I'm not saying not to email, right? But on my social media, how often are you dripping on your clients? When I started thinking about it that way, I started realizing how much more important it is. What else can you do on a CRM? You can message people. Man, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, you can DM people. I can shoot them video messages through my DM. I can call people right from Facebook. So when I started looking at this as my social CRM and spending my time managing my drip campaign, get in front of more clients. Every time I comment, I look at it as a way to reach out to them. So when I go on there, I'm commenting on my clients' things. I'm adding my friends, my clients to my friends list. I am constantly using this as my CRM. So when people ask me, how much time do you spend on social media? 0. I spend a lot of time on my social CRM. DMing people, messaging people. I call people. I do my drip campaign, which is my videos. So that's just an important concept that I made that switch of going from social media to my social CRM. We also have to understand, why do people go on social media? People come here because they're lazy and bored. Nobody goes there sitting there. Hopefully no one's on social media right now, but no one's sitting there like, man, I want to learn this great training. I'm coming here to learn. I'm going to scroll through Facebook while I'm doing this. It just doesn't happen. The entire point, people go to social media, and this is why understanding your audience is so important. And I'm sorry if you guys shot this video, but I cannot stand when I see, here are 3 ways to sell your home quicker. People are lazy and bored, just got more bored, and they're going to scroll through it again, right? So you might be thinking, well, Nick, you just eliminated half the content ideas that I had, and that's okay, because I'll help you guys get to the next step. But when we shoot these videos, we have to keep in mind, people go here because they're lazy and bored, right? The importance of entertaining. Here, I actually have to reshare my screen here so I can get this sound. Let me just do this, share sound. All right, so we're back. No, I don't want the weather. All right, sorry guys. Here we go. Reshare my screen so I can play this video.
We believe that we need to offer a service that everyone can afford, and we're committed to doing that.
Well, if so, how do you sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service?
Senator, we run ads.
I just think this is funny, but I also think it's
That's
so relevant when we're talking about social media. And here's one of the biggest things that most people will tell you to care about that I'm going to tell you, you can just throw that away right now. What's happening with the algorithm? You know, I get so tired of seeing that because number one, I think this is a way that social media people sell their services, because the algorithms changed, buy my new course. The algorithm changed again, buy my new course. And they convinced us that this thing is so freaking important. And guess what? Now, instead of contacting people, making calls, shooting your video, getting in front of people, going on appointments, we spend time researching the algorithm. What's happening next? And then you got to read this article. And they convinced us that this is so important. Here's what I know about every single platform. Every platform operates the same way. They get paid more if they can run more advertisements to you, right? So Facebook, the way Facebook algorithm works is if your content keeps people on their platform, they're going to put it at the top. Why? Because then they can run more ads. YouTube, if your YouTube video keeps people on YouTube, they're going to keep it at the top. So I don't care. I don't give a damn if you have to heart it, share it, like it, comment more. If my content is entertaining, it keeps people on the platform, it will stay on the top no matter what algorithm change happens. That core concept is always true. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys right now is screw the algorithm. As long as you know, if your content keeps them on their page, they're going to stay at the top. So that's the first part of this I want you guys to understand is I don't care about the algorithm. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you how important it is to research it. Now you got to heart my stuff because I don't care. Because I know if I keep you on the platform, it's going to stay at the top. So now let's eliminate any of that research you would have done on it and just know, hey, if I keep people here, they're going to keep it at the top. All right, so here's who our true competition is. I also believe it's important to know who we're competing against. And yes, it is what you think it is. Our competition is booties and babies. Think about Instagram. Who is our competition on Instagram? It's all these dang Instagram models who get thousands of likes, who are posting their you-know-whats all over Instagram. And that's who our competition is on that platform. On Facebook, it's babies, a little bit more of a family platform, right? But now it's these babies. My cousin has like 300 friends and she gets 500 likes on a baby picture. I'm over here trying to do business and she's crushing it with her baby. Thought about having a kid just so I can get some likes, but that's, you know, my accountant advised against that, right? But that's who our competition is. So we have to understand, man, if it's not that local realtor you're competing for against attention. Lazy and bored people, well, here are two things that they like to look at, I guess, right? Booties and babies. So how do we combat that? Here's the first pro tip. Again, if you guys are taking notes, this is a big one. Google the top 10 most interesting places in your city and go and shoot your video there. Go and shoot your video there. You know why? Because it helps for a couple reasons. The first is if you're worried about what you look like, guess what? They're looking at the background. They're not even looking at you. So if you're worried about like what you look like, which I know is me sometimes, they're worried about that cool background. Normally I would go out there and shoot. I need my slides, so I have to do it by my computer, but I got my balcony with a with the thing that I could put my phone on. So that way they're looking at my background. So number one, they're looking at the background. They're not looking at you. Here's another big one. Half the battle is getting people to stop and watch your video. That's over half the battle. If you have an interesting place in the city that you're living in, chances are someone's scrolling like, oh, that's my city. What's going on? They want to know what's going on. So you're automatically getting your target audience, which are people in your city, to watch your video. And a big one too is, you know, especially with videos, we need to mix it up. So if I shoot the same, like if I shoot videos in the same scenario in the same place every single time, that gets boring. So now if you shoot your videos in the top 10 most interesting places, they're thinking like, ooh, where's Joe going to be next? Right? We keep people kind of on their seat. So it's a great way to keep people entertained, to get them to stop and watch, and also nail your target audience. And I think a big part of it too is just knowing that, look, they're looking at the background. They're not worried about what shirt you're wearing that day, what dress you're wearing that day, how's your hair look. They're looking behind you. So just knowing that might help you get on the camera too. So that's one of the big first places. All right. I like to give some tips that could help you guys immediately. Like I said, when I talk about social media, the videos we're posting, that's gradual. You build your brand, you stay top of mind, and you will get referrals. Here is a way you can get instantly people reaching back out to you. All right. So I'm not going to ask you guys to unmute, but the one thing you don't do when you don't plan on keeping a puppy is name it, right? Because once you name the puppy, then it becomes real. Then it becomes part of the family. Then it becomes like, man, I could give away this puppy, but I can't give away Joe Oz. Like I can't give away that dog, right? No, but you can't give away something once you name it, right? So here's why we named this concept, Name the Puppy. So what we started to do is, like I said, I ran that call center, right? So we started implementing this with some of the agents where our agent would send a video message the moment we hung up the phone to go on a listing appointment. From the moment the appointment was set to list, our numbers went up 22%. And then I was like, all right, maybe out of all these 30 clients I worked with, that might be, you know, like maybe it was just them. I started working with Sekou, and you could ask Sekou, well, those numbers went up about 21% from the moment they set the appointment to list. So here's what we do. Every single time you hang up the phone, you send them a video message. Okay. What this video message does is one of the hardest things to do in real estate is differentiate yourself. You instantly differentiate yourself from every other real estate agent. And we call it Name the Realtor, because there might be 5 other agents coming over today, but the only one that I know that's coming over is Nick, because he sent me a video message. I know what he looks like. I know what he sounds like, and I know who that is. So number one, you instantly differentiate yourself. 2 things, 2 very, very, very important things you do with this. You guys ready? The first one is always say their first name in it. Hey, Nick, look forward to seeing you over tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Great talking to you. Doesn't have to be long. You have to say their first name in it, because as salesmen, we get this rep of, you know, everything is just marketing. They send a video and it doesn't say your name. You're going to be like, all right, that was sent to everybody. But when you say their name, that person knows it was just for them. Here's the second, and this is the most important part of this. Never, ever, ever, ever watch the video before you send it. Because if you watch the video, you're going to shoot it 10 more times. You're not going to send it. You're going to take 20 minutes to send a 5-second video, right? Never watch the video before you send it.
Dude, Nick, I got to cut real quick, man. Someone said to me, they're like, dude, just send it out. As soon as you record it, just send it out.
Yeah.
Just Hail Mary it. And I did. And that got me momentum to like keep putting them out. And I don't watch them either. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not watching it.
You can't watch it, because if you watch it, you're going to reshoot it. But I'm telling you, every time you hang up the phone with a new prospect, I don't care if they told you to F off. Because here's what happens, right? Everybody else F's off. Nobody else talks to them. But man, this one guy sent me a video. Hey, my name's Nick. I just wanted to let you know, if you have any questions in real estate, go ahead and reach back out to me. You know how many people reach back out to us a week later? Because they don't even remember any other agent, what their phone number was. But man, Nick sent me a video message. So when every other agent stopped calling them, when they had a question, they reached back out to the one agent they could remember. So it's just really quick. There's no app needed. You just take out your phone. The hardest part is hitting the red button and not watching it. But always say their first name in it. So that's the first video message I'll tell you about. Here's the second one, and it works like a freaking charm. All right. So the second one, the script is easy. Hey, Nick, I was just thinking about you. This is for follow-ups. Any person you want to follow up with, or if you want to send this out to your sphere of influence to get referrals. Hey, Nick, I was just thinking about you. I just want to check up and see how you and your family are doing. Reach back out to me when you get a chance. I'll tell you what, we had leads because I had some fun with it. I was at a call center, so we had like 10-year-old leads. Like we never got a hold of them, right? So I just started sending some videos. Hey man, I was just thinking about you. I know you were looking at this home over here before. I just want to reach out and see if your family ever got there. We had people reaching back out like crazy. Because when you say their first name, and when somebody hears you were just thinking about them, think about how self-centered, unfortunately, our entire world is. And then this one person reaches out and says, hey, Nick, I was just thinking about you. You already got them. You got that relationship portion. You could say whatever you want after that. They're not even listening. They're so smitten, right? But when you send that video message to people to follow up with, it's a great way to re-engage them. And I'll tell you what, it's a great way to ask for referrals. Hey, Nick, I was just thinking about you. Want to check in and see how your family's doing. As you know, I'm a real estate agent and I'm a big part of my business comes from referrals. If you have anyone you know looking to buy or sell, send them to me. And guess what? No other agent reached out and said they were just thinking about them. You're going to stay top of mind. So these video messages are crucial for forming a stronger relationship. Here's what we say. We turn contacts into contracts. The only difference in those two words is the letter R, the relationship that you have. You want to get more contracts, form better relationships. That's what video messages do. They help you form better relationships. All right, here's my next thing that most social media people will tell you to worry about or da-da-da-da-da. Big questions we get is how long does my video have to be and what time do I post? You know, I tell people stop freaking worrying about that. Here's my reasoning. One of my reasoning is, you know, we had a 9-hour mastermind called Live with Leaders. 9 hours. Most people tell me it had to be under an hour if you're going to do it. We did it for 9 hours and we had 10,000 people tune in live. You know, the average watch time, 5.5 hours. So most people will tell you, you know, your video has to be under 2 minutes. If it's over 2 minutes, you got to edit it down or you have to reshoot it. Here's what I know. If I shot 5 videos today and I post all of them, I don't care if your video is 2 minutes long, I'm going to beat you. If I shoot a video every single day and it's not within the 2 to 5 minutes that they tell you, I'm going to beat you. If you're out there worrying about posting at 8 a.m. every single day and I'm posting at 6, 7, noon, 3, I'm going to beat you. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you guys you have to just post 4 times a day, but here's something else I want to get you guys out of your brain. Stop worrying about posting at 8 and 6. Start worrying about posting. You guys are here to help people buy and sell homes, not to become the top social media expert. So when all these people are telling you, you have to post at 8 a.m. and if you miss it, you know what happens? 9 o'clock rolls around, you forgot to post. And you're like, I'll wait till tomorrow. And you just negotiated your way out of being top of mind. And then tomorrow rolls around, it's 8:30. Man, I missed 8 o'clock. And then you wait till tomorrow. Stop worrying about what time and start worrying about how many times. That's the only question I ever ask myself. How many times am I posting? Because I'll tell you what. And then there's the people that you'll sit there and you'll try and get a perfect 3-minute video and you'll shoot it 20 different times. And then all of a sudden, those 20 different times, you spent 2 hours trying to get a perfect video, when in reality, your first one was probably the best, even though it was 7 minutes. Post a 7-minute video and get out there to income producing activities. So some of these concepts, again, screw the algorithm, screw how long it is, and screw what time you post it. Just worry about getting your content out there. You're going to win anybody who's over here trying to compete. Because guess what? Everyone else is posting at 8 a.m. every single day. So you're worrying about competition. That's why I have it on my board here. It's all about dominating. I am not worried about competing with anybody. I'm just concerned about how am I going to dominate everyone and stay top of mind. Because, you know, there's also people out there that run these ads. I can't tell you how many times people call me like, hey, I saw this ad for that said I needed to do video and I called you. It wasn't my ad. But you know who they thought of when they thought video? They thought me. So a lot of times when we think taking these, in my opinion, shortcuts, I'll just run more ads and I'll be top of mind. Well, I'll tell you what, you know how many calls I get because they see other people running ads? And they're like, hey, I saw about recruiting and I thought about calling you. Hey, I talked about doing videos and I called you. We own people's mind share. And I believe that's more powerful than anything else you'll see. So for those of you out there that are thinking about how long does that have to be? Don't worry about that. Shoot the video and get the content out there. One thing I did to grow my audience internationally, leverage your sphere. I always say real estate agents are amazing at 2 different things. They're amazing at drinking and they're amazing at meeting people. Y'all have pretty much mastered those 2 things. But this meeting people portion is a big one. So how do we leverage the people that we've met into getting our audience bigger? All right. Grant Cardone has this saying, who's got my money, right? Here's the saying I want all you guys to think. Who's got my audience? How can you leverage these different pieces of your industry to grow your audience? So I used to think like, how can I get every agent in Arizona to know my name? And then we were thinking about marketing campaigns. We're thinking about like going over, not driving from Cleveland, Arizona, but, you know, flying over there and getting things done. And then I thought, you know, if I interview Chuck Fazio, he's got 900 agents and a bunch of other agents in Arizona who watch him. If I interview Chuck, and wouldn't you know it, we got 300 agents overnight to sign up for our services. Then we had every agent, almost every agent in Arizona know our name. Then I'm interviewing the other top agents in Arizona. And then we started implementing this with every client we worked with. And wouldn't you know it, they started becoming the most well-known realtor because they were interviewing business owners, mortgage lenders, title reps, past clients, current clients, school district reps. The more you interview, the more well-known you'll be. So you're number one, you're grabbing the other person's audience. Here's what else it does. Instead of me trying to figure out, all right, what video do I have to shoot? What script do I have to do? I have to shoot this video. You know what an interview does? I ask 4 questions. I'm the expert and my video is done in 30 minutes. So instead of me trying to come up with all these ideas, I just have to focus on who am I interviewing next week? So here's the game plan I will go with. Every 2 weeks, interview a mortgage lender. All right. So every 2 weeks, you interview a mortgage lender. What you guys talk about is a market update. So every 2 weeks, you give people a market update, right? So you give people a market update, you email that out to your past clients, current clients, leads and nurtures. And instead of you posting an article, because here's what happens when we post these articles, or we say, here's what's happening in the markets with all these numbers. Number one, people don't like to read. Remember, they're coming here because they're lazy and bored. If we post an article, lazy and bored people don't read articles most of the time, right? Most of the time people go to Facebook because they're lazy and bored to watch videos and to get concepts. So, but here's what it also does. There's this one show, like it's not a known show. It's called Friends, right? So on this show called Friends, I'm talking to you guys like it's not one of the biggest shows, but Friends, Joey gets, I remember Joey, there's this episode, this guy comes to sell almanacs to Joey, right? And the guy who's selling almanacs to Joey is like, have you ever been in a room and you have no idea what they're talking about and you just have to smile and nod? They do all these flashbacks of Joey smiling and nodding while they're all talking, right? Here's what happens when most people post these articles about real estate. People read them like, oh man, the market absorption rate's at 26%. Did you hear that, honey? It's at 26%. Nobody has any idea what the hell the market absorption means, but you know, they don't want to seem stupid and ask these questions. So we post these articles when in reality, the true expert is able to break things down in a way that everybody understands. So what happens is when we post these articles, they read them. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to call whoever they think of as the real estate expert. Hey, I saw this happen in the market. What can you tell me what's going on? Instead of us shooting a video, talking about the market. And if they have questions, they're going to reach out to us because they're getting their information from us in a way that they understand. So every 2 weeks, you interview a mortgage lender. All you have to do is ask them a couple questions about the market, talk to them about the market. Here's a big one. All right. So to get your name out there, spread throughout the community fast, here's what I would do. Business owners and local businesses. What we do is you don't even have to interview them, but if you stand in front of the business, number one, you're grabbing people's attention because it's like, man, where are they at right now? You're in front of a business. But here's what we do. All right. Hey guys, your local real estate agent, Nick here. I'm giving away a $50 gift card to one person who shares this video. You guys following? So one person who shares this video gets a $50 gift card. You want to get shares fast, give away something for free. So I don't know about you guys, but if you spend a $50 in an ad campaign, good luck. $50 in ads isn't really going to get you far. But a $50 gift card to a place that people can go eat, people go crazy over that, right? So what you do is you just let people know, hey guys, we're giving away a $50 gift card to one person who shares this video. And here's the other key line. Stay tuned for more giveaways. So once a month, you do a local business giveaway. And here's the thing. If I shoot this video and then Joe shares the video, now Joe's friends are going to watch it. They're like, oh crap, a $50 giveaway. And now Joe's friends are going to share it. But the only people who are going to share this video are the ones who are local. So you are identifying your target audience based on where the business is. So now the only people who are going to share this video, look, Joe, where are you guys located at again?
Jersey Shore, Asbury Park.
Jersey Shore. So you guys are at the Jersey Shore. I'm in Orlando. I might share your video just out of sport, but I'm not going to share your video if you guys are living 5 hours away from me. The only people who are going to share the video are the people who are local there. So you are targeting your audience. On top of that too, that one line, stay tuned for more giveaways. Now people are going to watch your content consistently. Why? Because they want to learn when you're giving away more free stuff. So once a month, you do a local business giveaway. You highlight a business. You talk about how great it is. At the beginning, you say, guys, you're a real estate agent, Nick Krem here. One person, it's important to say one person so everybody doesn't think they share it and they all get a gift card. That could get quite expensive, right? One person who shares this video gets a $50 gift card, a $100 gift card. And now you're racking in the shares. And now people will tune into your videos consistently because they're waiting for the next giveaway. And they'll just so happen to learn more about the market, so happen to learn more about you and watch your videos. And you will continually to grow it. And here's what else it does. You think any other agent is doing a video that's racking up shares and highlighting these business owners? Chances are they're not. So when that business owner thinks like, man, when they say, who's a real estate agent, you know, man, there is this one agent who marketed my business for me. You should go with them. You'll be the top of mind agent for the business owner, and you're staying top of mind for everybody else. Here's a big one right now. All right. I don't even have kids, but let me see it. Good. Doing good on time. I don't even have kids, but if I still stay up some nights thinking like, man, what the heck's happening with kids in schools right now? Does anyone else stay up awake thinking about that? So here's what you do. Interview your local school district rep. And again, if you're by 5 different school districts, you have 5 different school districts to interview. And all you do is reach out to them and be like, hey, we have some questions that the parents want to ask. Here's a list of 5 questions that we want asked. And then you're going to ask me, how do we get those questions? Great question, guys. So here's what you do. You make a post, parents of so-and-so school district. I'm going to try and get a rep on to talk about what's happening in schools. What questions do you have? Ooh, you want to see a post light up? Parents asking questions. Wow. I didn't know this, but parents have a lot of questions, right? So now all you do is select 5 questions and you go to the school district rep. Hey, we're not going to blindside you because that's what they want to know. Here are the 5 questions they're going to ask you. We want to get more information to the parents. Can you hop on this show and give it to them? Right? Chances are we've had great responses with this. Again, sharing the 5 questions you're going to ask them before is the difference maker in whether you get them on or not, because nobody likes to be blindsided. But here's what you do. Number one, all the parents in the school district are most likely going to want to watch this. You're able to share this video, again, past clients, current clients, leads and nurtures, sending the video out. But now you're highlighting businesses, you're giving market updates, and you're talking about schools. What are the big reasons people come to different areas? What's the market like in that area? What's the schools like? And what is businesses like? So 3 of the big reasons people move, and you're targeting all of them. And now let's say in the future, somebody's asking about a school district. Hey, I did an interview with the local school district rep. Here you go. Now you have other attributes that you can continue to use. But again, you doing interviews, it takes out the time of figuring out what you're going to say, what you're going to do. Ask 4 questions, get in and get out. And then what to do with these? Residual content. Just continue to use these in your YouTube. And here's one of the things here. I don't think I have this here. The first thing I would do for everybody in this room, write down 10 people in your sphere right now that you can get on an interview. Think about your team lead. Think about interviewing Joe, having Joe interview you. Think about interviewing other people on your team. Think about interviewing mortgage lenders, title reps. Think about local business owners. And just off of those, I guarantee you can name at least 10. But just doing 1 to 2 interviews a week can dramatically increase your brand recognition. And again, I'm not asking you guys to learn these long, elaborate scripts. Get 4 questions, 5 questions, get in, do an interview, and get out. If you guys aren't familiar with StreamYard, StreamYard is extremely effective. You can stream to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn at the same time. So now instead of downloading your video and uploading it to those platforms, through StreamYard, you can stream to all the different platforms at once. And I want to give you guys this as well. So you guys go to the realestatecontentgroup.com. Every single week, I go live on a Zoom call and I give you guys 1 video to shoot. It's most likely to be a video interview, but instead of trying to figure everything out yourself, every single week, I just come on there and be like, hey guys, here's the script. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what you guys should go shoot. This last week, it was a get to know me video. So we would recommend that you guys go out there, get interviewed by somebody, and here are the 4 questions that they would ask you. So every single week, we give you guys a new piece of content to shoot. So that way it's weekly coaching and you guys know exactly what to do, exactly what to say. And we help you every step of the way. And man, if I'm not great at timing, it is 12:45. I want to give 15 minutes for questions here at the end. And if you guys do have questions, I want to be here to answer them. We could start with what we talked about. And if not, if it's anything regarding social media, video, and content, I'm your guy. And I think we already have one. Lauren, what's going on?
Nick, thank you for joining us today. So quick question about, you said for the contest, like highlighting a local business and doing a gift card for one winner. If Joe's making a video, is he saying that at the beginning of the video, the end, or are we just putting that information in the text?
Great question. I'd say it at the beginning, the end, and in the text. So people know that's the first thing I would share. That's the first thing I would write. One person who shares this gets a free $50 gift card. You want people to know that right off the bat, right? And then some people ask me, how do you pick it? You know, I don't get fancy. I literally click on shares. I scroll with my eyes closed and stop, and I pick somebody. You don't have to have this huge elaborate thing to pick someone. As long as you do things ethically, it doesn't really matter how you do it. You don't need to put their names in a hat, put it in a ball. Because the one time we got over a couple hundred shares, and I'm like, all right, I'm not writing everybody's name out. That's just ridiculous. I literally sent the list to my friend. I'm like, pick one name out of this. And he picked a random name. And I'm like, all right, here's the winner. As long as you do it ethically and you're not hand picking names, you should be fine with that aspect.
Okay, great.
Yeah, what if you ask them to just like take a picture, like a selfie, or just like a video when they're there? Like, wait, when you get to the place, just take a picture of yourself and post it back in. You know, then you got social proof, like you're actually giving them away.
Yes. Well, and then what I usually do too is I either go live with the individual after the fact, or, you know, like we just ask them to be like, hey, here's the winner. And I take it, you can do the picture too. And it was funny. The one time I did it, it ended up being a business owner at another business. So then we highlighted their business and did the same thing. And wouldn't you know it, they knew realtors too. So then they were referring business, and it's just a great way to, number one, you create a great relationship with one person each time. Because I'll tell you what, if they ever think of if somebody asks them, do you know a realtor? Guess who's going to be the one person they think of, right? But on top of that too, it is a great way to just stay top of mind with so many people. Oh, great question, Lauren.
Nick, Sam, how much weight do you put on the look and feel of these videos from the beginning? Are you offering people just
zero? I'll put zero weights on the look and feel. You know what I'll put the whole process on? I will put it on how many videos am I shooting? Because no matter what, the more times you do something, the better you are going to be. It's like, to me, it's like going to the gym once and then looking back and like, why is all the weight still here? Right? Like video is like going to the gym. You have to do it consistently and time again to get better and to actually see the results. So off the bat, you don't need, here's what you need. Back when we had flip phones, I would tell you to get a camera. But we all got cameras right here that work perfectly fine. Cameras and AirPods is what you need. You don't even need AirPods, truthfully. You just need one of these. No, great question.
Like the videos that you're talking about, like interviews, that sort of stuff, you stand in front of a business. You've seen agents have the same amount of success if they're just camera at the face talking, or you're talking more sit down stuff?
So for the interviews on StreamYard, it works a lot better to go from your computer.
Yep.
And then you don't even have to be in the same room to do interviews. You can interview them just like on Zoom. But I'll tell you what, I've almost seen more success with the people with their camera in their hand and shooting videos, because more people can relate to that and more people find it. You know, like if you stumble, and here's what I'll tell you right now, the things that you edit out of the videos are the exact reason people would want to work with you. Like some of my best performing videos to this day are my blooper reels. And that was before I bleeped everything out. And I was cussing after I messed up a video. But you know, it's those little things, like when you're like, you mess up somebody's like wording a little bit, or you stumble through like I'm doing right here. Those are the exact reasons people are like, man, that person's just like me. If you make a perfect video, nobody relates to that. Unless you think you're perfect, and there's a whole narcissism behind that too, but we won't get into that. But most people are like, man, you know, I have imperfections too, and they relate to that more. So when people are saying they spend all this time editing, I'm like, spend more time going live, because people are going to relate to that 10 times more.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
No, great question though. I think Jill, I think I saw you raise your hand.
Yeah. I'm also laughing because I just sent a video to someone and my hair was sticking up.
Yeah.
And like I go, oh, in the video, I was like, oh, and my hair's sticking up. So yeah, whatever. And I just kept going and I sent it. I just do. But my question was, I love the business owner idea here. I think everyone loves this, and I may have missed, but are you interviewing them, or like, what's the content? Like, you're going to the business, and then what is the content?
Great question. So you don't have to interview them. I would even say it's easier and more efficient for you to stand outside of the business and show the business while you're doing it, right? You don't have to flip the camera around, but just stand outside. Hey guys, I'm here at da-da-da-da business, Nick's Bistro. To one person who shares the video, a $50 gift card. And then all I would say is where the business is located, what they're known for. And then again, one person who shares this video gets a $50 gift card for you. I wouldn't spend too much time going
Okay,
into
super
elaborate
simple.
detail.
I thought there was like some more content you were doing, but that's
Yeah, I would say where it's located and what are they most known for? And maybe if you like a specific thing, you can say like, man, I love coming here because of X, Y, Z.
okay.
Again, guys, one person who shares the video, and then stay tuned for more giveaways is one of the key lines that you say in that. Because then
Like-
people love free stuff. I don't care who you are, you like free stuff, right? So then you're like, all right, I'm going to keep watching. When's going to be Jill's next giveaway?
Okay.
No, great question. What else, guys? I always say we can get your answer. We can get you an answer under
Yo,
5
so
minutes.
Nick, what do you, oh my God, it's so annoying. Did I have so many limiting beliefs? This is such a great training, man. Like
Yeah.
I just started doing video, like, I don't even think I would, an hour ago, I'd be like, if someone was like, are you doing video consistently? I'd be like, yeah. But now after talking to you, I'm like, no, it's like if you ask a realtor if they're a business owner, they're like, yeah. Then you're like, oh, let me see your P&L. Yeah, man, I don't know. I just want to share some ahas, man. The clown meme was huge, right? It's so true, man. It's like, dude, I definitely feel, we try so hard at like doing farms, right? Like how much money and effort and time does it go into like creating like a custom piece to mail to our farm? How much does it cost? We got to get the mortgage lender to pay for half of it. And we don't know who looked at it, who threw it in the trash. Like I just looked at my phone. The video we sent out just got like 500 views, like, and it's free and it's easy and it happens. And
Yeah.
I think the media soup, the social media highway, the top of mind awareness example that you gave, like,
Yeah.
is so awesome, man. I think, and using your social media versus social CRM is huge, man. And I just think that I'm a big fan of systems. You just gave everybody a system. You're like, dude, every 2 weeks, interview somebody and do a business once a month, and in between do some videos. And I think people will see results.
Yeah. And I don't think I know you will, because we work with a lot of agents too. And the biggest part too is every time you do these videos, if you use StreamYard, it goes to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn automatically. You don't have to download and upload it. That platform is amazing. And it's free to start, just so you know. But here's a bigger part too. Everyone says like, how do I build my YouTube channel? A big way is take your entire database and keep sending them to your YouTube videos and tell them to like and subscribe. Take all of your emails and start getting them to these different places, because now they're going to like and subscribe. They're going to start following you. You want to take your 10,000 or whatever thousand email database and start sending them to different videos and places. Big reason people don't click on videos is they don't know where the link's going to take them. Most people trust when it says YouTube at first. And if it's coming from a reputable source and it says YouTube, most people will trust that link. Well, then click on it. So it's a great way to build your subscribers and also just to get people watching you. Because I'll tell you what, because again, when I was at that call center, all these different personalized drip campaigns that I see, it's the same templated email with, here's your realtor at the end. I'm like, that's not customized. Everybody gets those. But when you say, here's a market update for North Royalton, when it's your city and it's two people that talking about the market update, you're going to stay top of mind. And that's different from everybody else sending, here's NAR stats for the year. Here, watch this video. People don't give a shit about that, but they care about their local community. And when they see the local community's names and they hear two people talking about it, that's what's different and stands out.
Wait, Nick, let me ask you this, man. This is a question I had is, for the last probably 2 years, we do these trainings, right? And I just recently started bringing on like guests. One, because I was getting tired and I was running out of ideas, right? And people wanted me to stop yelling about like circle dialing probably. And so, dude, I have all this, we've recorded all of them, man. I have all this content. Yeah. I don't know what to do with it, man. Do you have any ideas for me? Like we upload it to YouTube and it's just there, right? Like,
so I would start looking at this. Is everybody here on your team or like in your organization?
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
Is everybody here with EXP? I'm just curious.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So no. All right. Well, I mean, some different ways I would do it is, You know, I would start using this as recruiting content
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Because here's the thing too, it's all about if I can out-train anybody else. I mean, that's what every agent really wants is real life training. And now I'm not saying, because here's what I know too, training from a year ago is obsolete now. Because what's happened in this last year has really turned this
Yeah.
industry in a different place.
Totally.
So up to date, consistent training from people who know what they're talking about. So if I were you and if I was anybody else on this call, I would use this platform as an opportunity to invite agents to training. And again, every single week, if you have a new speaker, and again, I would use this as video messages, the training that I just told you about. What I would do is I would do big, if I could, would you messages. Hey, I'm bringing on Nick Krem. He's built his business in 11 countries, well, 12 countries in all 50 states using organic video. If I could get you on this personal training, would you commit to showing up? And I would send out 5 video messages to agents a day. And just everybody here, y'all want to recruit. Best way to do it is to actually provide training, provide coaching, be interested in helping people grow their business. If we're just saying, look at the model, look at us. Look, that doesn't work. Most salesmen worth a damn know they can make as much money anywhere because they could just sell more. Right.
Got it.
What we need to do is just say like, hey, I would just do mass invites. Because look, you can provide better coaching than anybody in your local market. Why? Because you can pull from people all over the country and literally get them on a Zoom where it's interactive. Right. I don't care what you are. If you have somebody who's a local marketing expert versus I got a guy in Spain hopping on with translators, I'm going to beat them and I'm going to provide better training. So just thinking about that from a mass perspective too, if you bring on Jay Kinder on one of these calls, he can probably out-train someone who sold 30 homes a year. Why? Because he sold 535 homes in a year. So I would look at this as a way to really grow this. Yes, you can do some things with the content and you could give away free training, which we could talk about. I would look at this as you have something to invite people to every single week. What is everybody on this call doing to invite 2 agents to this? If everybody got on 2 new agents a week, just through video messages. And Joe, this is where I would get who's the speaker and what are their credentials? Because if you guys just say, hey guys, I have Nick Krem coming on, most people are like, I don't know who the hell this guy is. They don't want to come on. Hey guys, I got Nick Krem coming on. He's grown his business into 12 countries in less than 3 years using organic video. He's going to show us how to do that. If I could get you a seat to this, would you commit to showing up? Now it's like, well, shit, if I can get a seat to this, yeah, I want to go to this. And then again, hey guys, we're bringing on Jay Kinder. He personally sold 535 homes in 1 year, and he's going to come on a training and show us how to do this. Now it's an exclusive event. If I could get you a seat to this, would you commit to showing up? Man, it's exclusive and listen to this guy's credentials. Yeah, I want to show up. So that's how I would utilize, like what you're doing here is great and it's amazing. That's how I would utilize this to really help grow to the next step.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. Thanks. Cool. That's all I got, man. Dude, Nick, this was awesome.
I have something else.
By the way,
Yeah.
Jill crushes. She does great with video. She's so good.
Awesome, Joe. What do you got?
I just started, like, while you were talking, I was just writing down businesses that came to mind, but then
Yeah,
I was like, wait, how often do you do that? Did you say?
I would do it once a month. And if you have a lot, and if you're
I
in
have the
video,
year
you can do
planned
it
out
twice.
already.
Yeah, I would do it twice a month. If you're really up to it and you can do it and you have the ability to do it, I would do it twice a month. Once a month is where I would start.
Well, I just thought of like every like friends and all local things and people. And I even wrote down, and this might just help somebody else. Like I wrote down a friend who's a photographer, because even though it's not a business with a storefront, like you could sit with her and she has a whole bunch of people that she works with. So
Yeah.
then she could give you $50 off of like a photo shoot for your Christmas cards.
Yep. Oh, that's a big one. Man, I'll tell you what, Jill, thank you for that. Because this just reminded me, this doesn't really have to do my presentation, but I thought this was such a great idea. I had to share it. So the best closing gift there is, and you guys can argue with me on this, but I think it's the best one. Do a family picture at the new home with your logo in the corner. You bring your photographer back. When is like, because I'll tell you what, we still don't have a family picture and we've been trying to take it for years because there's sports, there's things happening. There's always things going crazy. But you know when everyone's in the right same place? When you're moving. And when you move into a new house, take a family picture. That baby goes right on the mantle. Every day the mom and dad walks by, they look right at that. And they're like, and guess whose logo is tastefully in the corner? The realtor. You'll stay top of mind forever because that's going to stay there. Even if it gets taken off the mantle, it gets put in a picture album or somewhere. A family picture right when the family moves in is the best closing gift that I've heard of.
That's cool.
So Nick, how can we help you, man? How can we reciprocate? I really appreciate your time today.
Yeah, join the real estate content group. I just want to keep
Just
telling
did.
you guys each week. You guys
I
go to
just did.
realestatecontentgroup.com. You guys can sign up. It's free. Just come in there. Keep doing videos because the better you got, what is that? Like Men's Warehouse? When you look good, we look good. Get in there, keep shooting videos, and look great.
Dude, I love it, man. And dude, thanks so much. Yeah, I want to respect your time. That's awesome. And that's all I got. Later, guys. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot,
Really
Nick.
appreciate you,
Thank you
man.
guys having me
That was
on.
awesome.
Thank
See
you.
you guys.
Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Thanks.
Bye.